Hello, hello. Welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. I am Nina and I'm here to do your pick a card reading for today. These are timeless readings, so whenever you found it, it was meant for you. And remember that it's general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest, please. Today's reading is going to be what is in store for you the next month. So what does the universe, what does your spirit team want to tell you? Where are you at? What kind of energies are you potentially moving into in the next month whenever you find it? If you find it when it was made in October, then it's for now. And if you find it later, then that's when it is. So adjust it to when you find it, people, okay? Well, if you like what I do, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I do content every week. I do pick a card readings, I do weekly readings, and I also do zodiac readings once a month. If you're interested in channeled work, then you can find another link below to my other channel, which is called Pure Light Awakening, where I do channeled work from the universe in different variations, okay? So, with that being said, let's dive into your reading for today. Now, you have 3 piles to choose from, as always, pile number 1, 2, and 3. And today I have put some crystals below. So this is a snowflake obsidian. And we have a Dalmatian jasper. And we have a black tourmaline, and it's kind of shaped like a heart. It's not intentionally shaped like a heart, but it looks like a heart to me. So that's your choices for today. So pause the video if you need more time. Ask your angels and guides to guide you. Use your intuition so that you pick the pile that was meant for you. Pile number 1, 2, or 3. And I will be back in a moment, and I will start with number 1. Okay, so removing number 3 and number 2. So we can jump straight to your reading, number 1. Okay, number 1, so if you chose, not joke, sorry. If you chose this snowflake obsidian, then this is the reading for you. I will put your crystal up here so it will be part of your reading. Now, we have lots of cards to look at today. First, we're going to start with 4 tarot cards, and then we're going to read those, and then we have lots of oracle cards today. Let's see what you got. Now, 5 of Swords. The Devil card. Wow, what have you been up to, number 1? The 10 of Pentacles. And also the 6 of Wands. Okay. Now, the first initial feeling I get, it can be many ways to read this, so you have to take it as it resonates, but I will explain. Okay, so the 5 of Swords can be that you have been in a struggle, you have been in a disagreement with someone, someone has ended up hurt. When it's the Swords, it's kind of more, how can I put that, more sharp or more edgy or maybe more hurtful than had it been the 5 of Wands. Wands is kind of, we are disagreeing, we are quarreling, but Swords can almost be more like a war, okay? So that's kind of the feeling I get. I mean, Swords is the mental. So it can also, of course, be your own ego, that's coming in your own way, but we will read it in the different ways first. Now, it can be a struggle, as I said, with somebody else. It can be a disagreement. It can be kind of a war that has been going on. And there is some sort of devilish energy in that, where someone is very much in their ego, very much shackled, very much maybe thinking the old-fashioned way, or maybe, you know, very much thinking inside the box, never outside the box, never wanting to see the other person's view on things. So that might be one situation here. Another situation can be, of course, as I said, that it is your own ego. That's kind of coming in your own way. That is a devilish energy. That is kind of that represents your ego here. That's kind of going back in circles and rethinking something, maybe worrying about something, maybe stuck in a pattern, in one way of thinking. Okay, so you have to adjust this to where you are. Now, the 10 of Pentacles has to do with, of course, personal abundance. Abundance for your family, a happy family, but also legacy, and it can also be inheritage. So for some of you out there, this might be an inheritage and an argument regarding an inheritage, okay? Just to have that said. But for other people, it can be that, you know, this devilish egoistic energy is kind of ruining the chances for that kind of happy family life and for that abundance that awaits you, that are the potential for you. Okay, so there's something happening either within you or with somebody in your vicinity that's kind of ruining your possibilities for that happy family and security and abundance, okay? Because there is a potential for abundance here, or else the Ten of Pentacles would not have popped up. Now, you also have the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. It can also be a card of recognition. So there might actually be, you have to adjust this to where you are. Of course, if it is a work relationship, or if it is a family relationship, or spouse, you know, wherever you are. But if it is a work-related thing, I would say that there is recognition, potential for recognition for your work, for your hard work in the future here, and potential for material gain, which is either where you invest something and of course something nice will come back, or that you will get a promotion or something nice. But there is something either in your own mind stopping that, or somebody else. Okay, so that's kind of the initial energies I feel. Now let's get into some of the other cards here. Learn from life. Okay, so there might be somebody else in your vicinity that has lived for a while, that has maybe some advice that can be used in this situation. But it's also looking back at, okay, what have I experienced with all this? What have I learned from it? Okay, there might also be a message here from Spirit, from the universe, saying that this is a situation that you kind of was destined to have, because there is something in it for you to learn. There's something in it for you to see, okay? You as a human. You as a spiritual being already know the answers to all of this, but I'm now talking, of course, about the human perspective. So there is something here to be learned. So look at your own reactions, look at your own thought patterns, at least do what you can for you, and the others will have to take a responsibility for them, of course. But there is something to learn here. Now you also got eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Okay. So with that, I feel like we're invited to look upon this from a love perspective as well, not just from the ego and brain, but also from the heart. Okay, is there some way I can forgive this person, or is there some way I can look upon that person with love and say that, okay, that person just resonates on a different frequency, and that's really nothing I can do anything about anyways, and so I will just kind of have to send them love and affection and go my way. But then you kind of have to get out of your own ego as well here, okay? You also got protection. Okay, so that tells me that you might want to protect your own energy. Maybe you're an empath. Maybe you're feeling up the other people's energy if this is a situation with other people. So invite Archangel Michael in to set up that protective bubble, okay? And so that you feel like you are at least protected from getting their energies in, or feeling their energies, or feeling their emotions, okay? So, yeah, I would say that's significant. Now, you also got Stag Beetle tenacity. Okay, so I would say, you know, just stand your ground here. If this is a situation with somebody else, stand your ground, because, you know, you empower yourself by standing your ground, by standing in your own power. Your own power then grows, okay? I'm not saying to be stubborn to the point where you don't listen to other people, but be truthful about what you feel and how you think about the situation, and stand strong in that belief, okay? You also got lavender, surround yourself with love, okay? So with that, I would also say surround yourself with loving people. As they were inviting you to kind of look upon things from the heart as well earlier, but also surround yourself with loving people that actually care about you, that want the best for you, okay? I feel like that's important. It might be that this is an invitation to let those people go that does not serve you anymore, that does not want what was best for you, you know? So look into that, who that might be, or if that is significant for you. Now, there is a chance for reconciliation here, okay? It all depends on what you want, is what I hear. Because what they're saying is, I think I need to do this. What they're saying is, of course, surround yourself with love and the people that are loving towards you. And if this is someone that you feel initially is someone who loves you and who cares about you or who wants the best for you, then I think you should see, excuse me, how can we resolve this situation? If this is your own ego, then of course into the heart space, into alignment with your higher self. And reconciliation can then mean maybe reconnecting with that higher realm for you, okay? So you have to take it as it resonates. You also got the light bearer, okay? Yeah, so they're encouraging you to stay in the light here. I see that a lot with the love, and the light card here. So even though people can be, you know, hurtful, and they can be not very understanding, and they can say things that hurt, remember that they are also a light being, okay? And it isn't the light being trying to hurt you, because they will never do that. It is the ego from that person. And if they are not aligned like you are, or they are maybe haven't evolved as much as you have, you know, spiritually, then they are not, you know, able to see what you are able to see. So what they're saying here, but you being the light bearer, means if you stay in the light, then you are kind of a good example for others, and maybe they will see that within you, and maybe they will, yeah, maybe that will open something within them. So stay in the light, stay in the heart, okay? The minstrel, let your intentions be known. Like I said earlier, stand your ground. Be honest about how you feel about things, okay? So let your intentions be known. Explain things to them. Be honest, but fair and in the heart is what I would say. Number 35, pathway. Okay. So again, I have a feeling that this is something that was kind of meant to happen. That was kind of a lesson that you were meant to have. For some reason, I feel like this is part of your journey, part of your pathway. Either it be your struggle with your own ego, and maybe the darker side of you, maybe dark night of the soul, if that's what you're going through. Or if this is a situation outside yourself, or people in your life, then I feel like it was destined to happen, kind of. I have a strong feeling about that today, number one. Okay? So I'm going to pull a couple of more tarot cards. Let's use the Dark Mansion Tarot just for additional messages. And then I think I'm going to pull a couple of charms for you guys today. So let's see what else, what other information do we have here for number one today. Death, transformation. But that's good though, because it means that this is resolvable. This situation will change. It will transform into something different. There's potential for that transformation to happen. Okay, so that actually in this situation, this death card is very positive. And the devil again. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of ego going on here. Whether it be your own or other people's, you have to take it as it resonates. But definitely a lot of egoistic thinking, or ego mind, where the ego comes in the way. The ego might also tell you bad things about you. So don't listen to it. Don't listen to your ego. Listen to your heart here. Ego can really bring us down. So don't let it, okay? Let's put one last card here. Oh, Ace of Wands, beautiful. So that is, of course, passion, and it's the fire, of course, fire element, but it's new passion, new ideas, something new coming forward, or a gift of ideas, a gift of passion, a gift of energy, you know, an energy boost it can also be for you. And underneath the deck, wow, the Magician. Beautiful. That tells me that you are the one who have the tools yourself to improve the situation. You are the Magician. You are the one who can change all of this, okay? It's going to take a little bit of work, of course, but I do feel that this situation is resolvable for you guys, okay? Let me just have a sip of coffee. Okay, now let us get into a couple of charms for you guys. Okay, let's look at it. Okay. Yeah, you said, you know, earlier I said something about somebody, maybe if this is work related, that's not thinking outside the box. This is kind of the frame that represents that for me, thinking outside the box, or an invitation or potential to think outside the box. So either it's a message for you to think outside the box, or it's kind of a confirmation that you are butting heads with somebody who is not thinking outside the box. Okay, so that's that. Now this for me is putting on the nice stuff. Okay. So there might be an invitation for a party, or it's an invitation for you to kind of dress up and meet up kind of thing, okay? Make sure that you have all your stuff in order is also something that I hear. Now, you have 2 pipes here. I have never, ever gotten 2 of these pipes up before. These pipes represent work for me, hard work, okay, labor. So I would say something has been hard work for you, or you are invited to step into something that's going to be hard work. But it might not have to be negative though. It might be an invitation once we get out of this frame inside the box kind of thinking, that there might be a lot of work coming towards you if you like have your own business, for instance. So there is something like change your perspective. Also because you got 2 of the devil cards, which is the ego energy. There might be something new that you need to kind of discover, is what I feel, in order to move outside the box and in order to get this new jobs in, this new offers in. Okay, so that was for some of you. This is a shepherd's staff, so I don't know if you're a leader, a kind of leading sheep. Not sheep as in sheep, but you know what I mean. So it might be an invitation to lead, actually, to invitation to, or to gather the forces, to gather the group, to gather the sheep, if you will. Not sheep as in something negative, of course, but to gather the group. To be their leader, okay? That was for some of you at least. There's love here. So there is a love connection underneath all of this, I feel. And there is someone who cares. But you have to figure out what that means for you. And if that's enough, kind of, okay? Now there is music notes here, so an invitation for music in your life. Or maybe you're someone who really appreciates music. Maybe you play an instrument or sing or dance or something to do with music. Maybe that's a way to be creative. Maybe that's what you need to do to be able to think outside the box, you know. Or there's some new music coming if you are working with music. Might be some new way of thinking, or new, what would you say, a new genre that you might want to try out. That was for some of you. Flip-flop for me means vacation or planning a vacation. And a baby foot. So there might be somebody in your vicinity that has a baby or having a baby, or someone is pregnant or something, or maybe you, or a grandchild, or, you know, something about a baby coming into your life. And the flip-flop, of course, as I said, is vacation. Either you're planning a vacation, or there might be a room for vacation, or there might be an opening to have a vacation, is what I feel with that. Okay? This coming month. So that was pretty much all I had for you, number 1. I hope this made sense. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So until the next time I see you, number 1. Bye for now. Okay, so we are removing these so we can... Yeah, all of these can be removed, actually. Okay. That goes faster when I can remove all of them. Oh, that's good. So, number 2. Okay, number 2. So, if you picked this beautiful crystal, it's a jasper, Dalmatian jasper, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it over here so it will be part of your reading. We're going to start with 4 tarot cards, and then we're going to pull some oracle, I have already pulled some oracle cards. But let's look at the tarot first. So you got the Chariot, beautiful. 8 of Swords, feeling trapped. Page of Swords, and the Star, beautiful. Okay, yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Let me just have a sip of coffee while I sink into these energies. Okay. Yeah. No, I see it. Thanks. Okay, just getting some messages here. Okay, there is several ways of reading this, so bear with me, okay? Not everything can resonate for everybody, but there is different ways to read it, so I'll say what I see here. First of all, the Chariot. It can be that you are barging ahead, and you feel like now you have momentum, things are moving forward, you know, things looked like everything was going to work out, and yeah, you were really feeling, finally now I'm moving somewhere, and then boom, it stops. And you feel trapped, and you feel like things are not moving forward. Things all of a sudden turned around, or there was a hindrance, or there was an obstacle, or there was something that just, boom, you hit the wall, or there was something that happened that all of a sudden just everything stood still. Okay. And then, so that might be a situation for some of you with these cards here. Okay. What I can also say is that this can be a situation on the outside, but it can also be yourself, you see. It can be that you are self-sabotaging your own progress moving forward. So you have to take this as it resonates with you, okay? But the Chariot is normally a victory card, and it's movement. It's fast forward movement, but it's also a choice. So there might be a choice that was made for you, or a choice that you had to make that made you feel, okay, now I'm stuck. Now what am I going to do? Now I can't see my way out. Okay, so again, take it as it resonates. Now, so this is kind of the situation that's going on. So what they're encouraging you to do is move over here with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is about the truth. It's about new ideas. It's about new way of thinking. But it can also be, because the page is the youngest of the court cards, it can be a young person, or it can be someone who's a little bit young in their mind. So it can be also someone who may be speaking up before they think. So someone might all of a sudden say something like blah, and then you know, and then think about it afterwards, like maybe I shouldn't have said that. So of course that can be you, or that can be somebody else. So that can be a situation for some of you. But I would definitely say with this card is to stand in your truth, to speak your truth, and to see the truth, and to be open to new ideas coming in. The Star card is your hopes and your dreams, what you want, what you desire from your heart space, not your ego. So that's an invitation as well, if you feel stuck in the Eight of Swords here, to make sure that you check in with your gut feeling and your heart, so that you are on the path that was meant for you. So that's one thing. But another thing the Star card is also kind of a message from the universe saying, we have heard your prayers, and your prayers will be answered. Okay? So that might be significant for some of you. Okay, so let's look at some more cards. You got Give In to Passion. Okay. So there, with that, I feel like maybe you are not in your passion now, right now. Maybe you are not in that flow. Maybe you are not in that creative place. Maybe you are not in where creativity is born. Maybe you are not in your soul space right now. Maybe you are too much in your ego, overthinking things, analyzing things, you know. So what they're saying here, give in to passion, can be many messages. It can be give in to passion, as I said, make sure that you align with your spiritual self. But into passion can also be a love offer coming in. Maybe there's somebody, love as in relationship, or love as in friendship or family, or, you know, take it as it resonates. But the message is, of course, give into passion. And the next card, Spider, community and web weaving. Okay. Just a second. Just getting some messages here, so I just have to get them in first. Okay, yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so several messages. Listen, one of the things here was, you know, you have to take it as it resonates, but one of the messages was, if this is a business reading or work or career related, what they're saying here, there might have been a situation where you have used a lot, you have spent a lot of time making new connections, okay? There might have been, yeah, because there's a kind of a warning in here, you see, and I'm not liking it, but I have to say it because I have to be truthful about what I get, right? So there might be someone in that connection, in that web, if you will, that don't have true intentions here, okay? This might also be, of course, a friendship, group or a community group of some sort. There is someone here who does not have good intentions or who is not truthful, okay? Or there might be one of them that is like that page, like I said, that all of a sudden, blah, without thinking. So there might be hurtful, okay? So that was a message for some of you. I had to just say that. I was reluctant, but I do feel like I have to say what I get. Okay, so that was one thing. Another thing is community, an invitation to step into a community or step into some sort of grouping. Have your eyes open for connecting in different ways with people than you have before. So that was another message, okay? Yeah. No. So just to have that said. Okay, let's move on. You also got intrusion. Haha, okay, intrusion. Yeah, you see there is somebody here that, for those of you who feel like this resonates, there is somebody here who is not good for you, okay? Just to have that said, take it as it resonates. You have the power to make your own decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just reading the cards, okay? Okay, number 2, community. Yeah, again. So community. So for some of you, it's a kind of a warning as to there is somebody here who is not really wanting your best or have your best interest. But for others of you, it's an invitation to get into this community and to work within a community, okay? Or to be within a community, to befriend some community, or to get into some sort of grouping or course, or, you know, something like that. Next card is Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. Okay. So that's a reward. That's kind of a reward coming. I do feel like it's a potential for a lot of movement forward, especially with the star card here, and rewards. But there is, of course, some, I feel like almost a cleansing of energies, cleansing of people, cleansing of ego space, cleansing, you know, a lot of cleansing needed here, is what I feel with that. Blessings coming your way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Happy, happy. We put that up top of the spider. Blessings coming nonetheless. Okay, so potential for blessings the coming month, okay? Most definitely. So see what that must mean for you. This is kind of the gift from the universe, though. So ask for help. That's also with the star card. You know, you pray for help. You ask for help, and then your prayers are answered and heard. So also an invitation, if you haven't done that already, connect, ask, you know, they are here to help you, so let them help you. Ruler of the realm, the lion. Okay, so that's about strength. And I do feel like you are resilient, you are strong, so stand in that strength, okay? Don't be afraid of your own strength. Be proud of who you are and be proud of what you can do, right? You will be guided through darkness. Yeah, again, with connections with the spiritual realm. They're telling you to ask them for help here. Most definitely. Message of concern. Yeah. Wow, this couldn't be more clear when it comes to those of you who felt like that was you. Intrusion, the spider, message of concern. So for those of you where that resonates, yeah, I would say connect with spirit, connect with your soul, connect with your guides, ask them where to go, use your gut feeling and intuition. Don't make decisions out of your own ego, is what I feel with that, okay? Let's pull a couple of more tarot cards, and then I'm going to pull a couple of charms for you at the end today. Number 2, okay? Let's see what you get. What else do we have for the next month for number 2, Spirit, Universe? King of Needles, so King of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot of mental space going on. But with the king, he's smart. He knows his own worth. He thinks things through. So that might be an invitation for you to think things through. Of course, feel in the heart, as I said, get into the soul space. But make sure that you think before you speak is what I hear with that, okay? Strength, again, yeah. You have the strength, you are resilient. If you feel like you don't, ask your angels to help you. Ask the angels to fill you up with energy so that you can stand in your own power, okay? Okay, last card here for this. Wow, Ten of Pentacles, okay. That might be legacy, though, I have to say, just for some of you, that might be in heritage. So there might be a situation going on regarding in heritage where somebody is maybe not being truthful, just to have that said. But Ten of Pentacles is a very positive card. It's about happiness. It's about abundance. It's about feeling secure when it comes to career and money and all that stuff. So there is great potential for you moving forward in this next month here. But there is some work to be done here. Okay. Underneath the deck, Queen of Needles. So again, air sign. Yeah, so invitation to make sure that you are seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they truly are. And think before you speak, most definitely, but get out of your own ego space, okay? Don't be the one who ruins everything by being in the ego space here, okay? So that's important. But I do feel like there is a definite movement. It's definite potential. It's definitely strength to be had, passion to be had, you know, rewards to be gained, materially gained, maybe moving forward, and you will be guided through it if you connect, if you ask them for help. And this community, either it can be a course that you want to take, or it can be a new grouping, new community that you want to get into, or there might be the other way, like I said, with the message of concern, that there might be someone that is not having your best interest at heart. Okay, let's just pull a couple of charms at the end here before we close off this reading. Okay. Ooh, the cat. It's a gray cat, though. That's good news. Now, the cat is also a message of some, maybe if you are in a work situation that you might be invited to actually go the distance alone now. Maybe you should start on your own. Maybe there's a project that you will have benefit from by doing it by yourself. Or there might be just an invitation to spend more time alone in general. Now, this is a shepherd's staff, and so maybe you are encouraged to be a leader, or maybe you are a leader. It's about leading the flock a little bit here. So maybe you have to, you know, like the sheepdogs does. They have to pull one in there and one in here, and to get everybody together. So there might be a message in that, okay? There's a crown here, so I do feel like there's a potential to be crowned in a way. It's a reward for me, okay? It also says princess on it, so there might also be a connection with a child. Just to have that said, it might be significant for some of you. Now, a cross for me is not necessarily Christianity, but it is the connection with the spiritual realm. So again, an invitation for them to connect with you, and for your angels to be a part of your life. And you also got a heart here. So there might be, of course, a message from them saying that they are with you, you are never alone, and you are dearly loved, of course, as always. But there might also be actually a love connection coming in, whether it be a spouse, a family member, or a friend, you know, new friends, new community, new something, new kind of love coming in, okay? So that's the potential for the next month, number 2. That's all I had for you. I hope this made sense. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Until the next time I see you in number 2. Bye. Okay, so removing some of these cards here so we can jump straight to the reading for number 3. Okay, number 3. So if you pick this black tourmaline that's kind of shaped like a heart, then this is the reading for you. So I'll put that up here. Now, we have 4 tarot cards we're going to start with first, and then we're going to look at all the other oracle cards afterwards. So let's start with the tarot. The 8 of Cups, moving away from something. The 2 of Wands, investment. The 10 of Wands, maybe letting down some of your burden. And the Hanged Man in limbo. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there is, of course, different ways to look at these cards together, but so, and not everything can resonate with everybody. So I will just start at one end and you will have to feel into what resonates for you, okay? Now, this can be that you have already walked away from something that did not feel good, that it did not make you happy, that was not for you. And you have come in a situation where you have a choice to make. There is a choice of investment. There is a choice of, should I do this or should I do that? Or where should I put my energy? Because Wands is fire element. It's energy also, okay? Now, the Ten of Wands is someone who is maybe piled up a little bit too much, maybe taken on a little bit too many projects, or has had kind of a heavy burden in general and feel the need to just let that burden go. Hanged Man can be someone who has been in limbo for a while, who's feeling stuck, who's not going anywhere. But it can also be someone who has gained a new perspective or someone who's invited to gain a new perspective. Now, the Eight of Cups can also be an invitation for you to let something go, though. If you haven't already walked away from something, there might be an invitation or a message for you here that you need to walk away from whatever does not serve you anymore. Now, what the Eight of Cups is, you know, the card. It is someone who is walking from the 8 towards the 9. And the 9 of Cups is someone who is personal content and has all their ducks in a row and who is doing what they want to do. They're kind of following their heart. So I'm asking you also here, number 3, are you following your heart right now? Are you doing what you really want? Is this where you want to be? Okay. So I don't know if you have already made that choice, or if not, then maybe this is an encouragement to at least look at what is it that is not working in my life, and maybe it's time to let it go. With the Two of Wands, you're asked to invest. Yes, there is a choice to be made. It is about duality. It's about this or that too, you know, making a choice and investing in it. But I would say with that, since it comes between the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands, take your time doing that. Make sure that you are certain that this is something that you really want to do. Okay, so you don't let on too much stuff, that you don't take on too many projects, so that you don't go down a road that was actually not meant for you. So make sure that you don't follow everybody else's advice. Don't think about what your mother and father wants you to do, or your children, or your spouse, or your colleagues, or whatever. You choose from your heart. Okay, the Cups is the heart. The Cups is the emotions. As I said, they're walking away from the 8. They want to get into the 9. So follow your heart is the message here. Make sure that you make the decision from your heart so that you don't get overwhelmed here. Okay, and don't take on too many projects. Okay, they're asking you, for me, this is an invitation to gain that new perspective. Or it might be a message saying, once you have made this choice, make sure that you have time to contemplate. Make sure that you are okay with being in limbo for a little while. That you are okay with maybe taking the bird perspective, looking at it from a different ways. Okay, so that you make sure that not only have you chosen the right path, but that you're doing it the way that you're supposed to do it. Okay, so that everything kind of unfolds without too many bumps in the road is what I feel. Okay, now let's look at the other cards here. Hibernation, regeneration, yeah, because that's kind of what I felt here as well. It can be here or it can be here, this card. It can be that you need some time to hibernate kind of here to make the decision about walking away, but it can also be that once you have made your decision that you need a break, step away from it a little bit, and then kind of come back to it, okay? So that was a message for some of you. Now, the Skull of Stars, infinite possibilities. Yeah, so I do feel like there is lots of potential in this change happening. And there's also a butterfly here, see that? So it is, or actually a moth, but it can also be read as a butterfly, so with transformation. But the moth, I hear also a moth to the flame. So make sure that you don't get dragged into whatever other people want you to do, or, oh, this looks so fun, I want to have that project as well. And then boom, you have the Ten of Wands, too much on your shoulders, right? So just to have that said, just came to me. But infinite possibilities, most definitely for you the coming month, number 3. Breathe, yes. again, with the hibernation, regeneration, breathe. Okay, so definite, you need a break. You need to be able to actually be in limbo for a while. You might need some time, alone time. Set aside the time to be alone, okay? Now let's see. Mischief. Okay. So there might also be somebody in your vicinity that does not have your best interests at heart. So see who that might be for you, or if that is actually irrelevant for you at all. But just have your eyes open and make sure that, you know, maybe that's the person you need to say goodbye to, because they're not really good for you. Feel up against your energy. How does it feel? Does it make me feel happy, or does this people make me feel drained, you know? And if they make you feel drained, then maybe it's time to let them go. You also got flower. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, stand in your power. Be honest about how you feel about things. Most definitely. So this is very much about you, and you following your true north, you following your passion, you being true to yourself, and setting aside the time to regenerate, to gain that momentum that you need to go forward. Finding, oh beautiful, and also butterflies there I see. So this for me tells me that you will find it. You will find your way. But there might be that you need some help on the way, either with people around you here, or I know that your angels would love to help you if you just let them, if you connect with them. Okay, so see if you can do that. Oh, Pegasus. Oh, that's good news. Beautiful. So there might be some magic happening also, I feel. Are you open to magic? Are you open to the fact that things actually all of a sudden just like that can be better? If you just... I feel like you're very much invited to open up to the fact that once you are in that flow, once you are kind of setting aside the time to recuperate and to be in the flow and to connect with your angels, that there might be some magic coming your way from the universe here. Emotions are at their peak. Okay. So this might be also something that feels a little bit heavy to move away from. There might be that you have to acknowledge the fact that this hurt and just allow yourself to get into it and kind of feel it through. Tears are beautiful in that way because they help us release so much. So I do feel like there are infinite possibilities for you, but you might need to feel something through first. Despair, yeah, exactly. That's what I said. So it might be that this is kind of heavy for you to let go of this. That it's something that you would rather not do, but you know in your inner self that this is the best thing for you in the long run. Okay. So let's pull a couple of more tarot cards, and then I'm going to pull a couple of charms for you at the end today, number 3. Okay. So let's see what we get. Some additional messages. From the universe. This one just popped over. 4 of Swords. Yeah, with the rest and rejuvenation again. Wow. Strong message from them today. Oh, Ace of Cups. Possibilities. Yep. And also emotions run over. And also an invitation to feel into your emotions and let it just flow over and let those emotions run through you so you can let it go. But also very positive. It can be new kind of loving relations coming your way as well for the next month here. The High Priestess, yes. So your connection with the spiritual realm is either originally very good, or either you know it or you don't. Or I would say that it's going to improve very much in this next coming month. Okay, bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups again. Moving away. Wow. Okay, so definitely something you need to move away from, number 3. Need to feel into those energies. Is this really good for me or isn't it? Should I move away from this? Should I keep that person? Should I keep this project? You know, fit it to where you are. And then decide to, okay, this I'm ready to let go of. And feel it through. I mean, it can be very emotional, and that's only natural. And ask for help if you need it. Okay? So, let's pull some charms. Let's see what you get, number 3. Ooh, hello. Well, for once this car landed on its feet. That tells me that you're on the go. You are on the road. It might be travel as well. Since the flip-flop came up, it might actually be vacation. That there is a potential for vacation, or there will be an opening coming towards you for a vacation, or just planning a vacation. And just being in that energy of planning vacation can actually be very beneficial. Okay. Now you got some flowers here. So something is blooming and something is blossoming, as they have said earlier. Also with the flower card here that you got. So there is something blooming, blossoming, something possible of blooming and blossoming. It can be your own spiritual gifts, or it can be in work, or it can be relationships fitted to where you are. Another flower here, see? And also with a heart or two swans. So there might be a new relationship, or might be new love coming towards you. As I said, also with the Ace of Cups here. And that can also be friendship or family ties, just to have that said. Now you got the letter R, so that might be significant for someone here. Might it be you or someone you know. You got a button, so that's something about holding something together. Maybe a relationship. And this is sun behind the clouds. So the sun will rise and the sun will come after the rain here is kind of the message. There is bells here, so there might be something happening around Christmas time. Maybe that's a vacation or the travel that you're going to do. And there's a snowman here, so that might also be significant for Christmas, or it might also be just an invitation to play more, to get into that creative flow by playing. And also the snowman is significant for building blocks, where you kind of have to form that bottom big ball in a special way, and then the next one have to be a little bit smaller. You know, it's about taking one at a time and building, and it takes time kind of thing, okay? So that might be significant for some of you. So that was pretty much all I had for you, number 3. I hope you liked this reading, and I hope it gave you something today. Give it a thumbs up if you feel like it did, and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video, okay? So number 3, thank you so much for being with me today. I hope that this made sense, and that you will find your way in the coming month, and that things will flourish the way I feel like there is a possibility to do. And I hope to see you in another reading in another day. Until the next time I see you, number 3. Bye.